Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I'm going to start a series here and go through some items that might be helpful to those of you who are looking for a Filipina wife. I'm calling this is the type of Filipina that you can bring to America. There's a lot to talk about, so it's going to be a multiple part series. A lot of people just dismiss this right away and say you're a fool to try to bring a Filipina to America. It's never going to work out. Well, if you're not discerning, you can make a very bad, life-changing decision for yourself. So I'm going to try to help you with some things that, in my opinion, help you minimize the risk. My intent here is to help identify the traits of a Filipina that gives a foreigner the best chance of marrying someone who will stay with him and not become Americanized and not leave him for greener pastures. It's impossible for me to exactly define the woman that is guaranteed to not be contaminated with Western ways after immigrating. Comments are welcome today. My wife arrived in America January of 2016, and we didn't see eye to eye on everything in this video, but I have shared my thoughts with her. I will try to show why I believe with my list here. But at the same time, there are exceptions. But I think some things are more workable than others. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. I want to help men get married, even considering marrying overseas. Wouldn't it be great, though, to only have to search through a list of Filipinas who are certified to not become Americanized? The best a foreign man can do is think about what gives him the best chance to succeed. What kind of Filipina makes for the least risk to bring to America, thousands of miles away from the Philippines? I have 8 characteristics in 8 videos. Let's start with this one at a time. The kind that isn't madly in love with being in America. The kind that isn't crazy about being in America. And the reason I say this is because if she isn't anxious about leaving the Philippines and going to America, I think there's a better chance that she won't be swayed by Western thinking, Western ways. Because I would be a little concerned that she doesn't want to be married to me as much as she wants to get out of the Philippines into America, or that she just wants to be in America. If she says she's willing to relocate and be your wife, however, admits that she would miss the Philippines and she's a little apprehensive, then I think that just means she's being honest. And if other factors are positive, I would consider her a good candidate to be a committed wife in America and stay that way because she isn't, dying to leave the Philippines. Let's say that she says that she is absolutely excited and thrilled about coming to America. My wife doesn't see this as being a problem, but I would feel a little uncomfortable about it. Let me know what you think. I could be overthinking this, but this is a big decision for you, and I've been there myself. I would prefer that coming here wouldn't even come up in our conversations until much later in our relationship, but we got married really fast. I mean, she could make the remark that, without even being prompted, that she would absolutely love to live in the United States. And, but I would wonder if that would be the big draw of being, contacted by a foreigner. You don't want her to be susceptible to being blinded by feminism and materialism, because that would surely pose a threat to your marriage, which is why you want to find someone that is, not likely to change when they get here. Filipinos will actually go about anywhere, and they're able to adapt well. We used to have a couple who lived in our apartment before we bought this townhouse, and Phil-Am couple, and he got a job in Alaska, of all places. I asked her what she thought about the cold. She said she actually liked the cold. Not necessarily right away, but, she adapted to it. Filipinos can really adapt, but you want to find one that is willing to, go to your country and wants to integrate herself in it. Now, her perception of America might be idealized by movies, televisions, what they've heard from their friends, social media. So be sure to talk candidly about your part of the country that she would be living in. I think the Midwest United States is a great place for a lot of reasons. If she isn't madly in love with the idea of being in America, I can see that as being a plus. So please let me know what you think about this. I'm going to have 7 more reasons that you can kind of evaluate whether Filipina is a safe bet to come to the country. I think it's a very important series. This is just the first one. And more to come on Love Beyond the Sea.